Yo, what is up, guys? Steve Scotch and things. Sorry if you watched that the video yesterday where I was talking about going and picking up my Rolex. I didn't realize this is why, again, I don't do much editing because I suck at it. I put the two pictures in front of that video, and I thought I added this part of me actually showing the watch and all that stuff at the end. Surprise! I didn't because I'm not good at that stuff. So yeah, here's I guess what you get at Rolex. So I guess they changed the boxes, the outer case. You know, if you're here for, high horology info and stuff like that, you found the wrong channel. I am just a watch fan, a Rolex fan in general. Someone who's been after this watch for a long time. I told the story about that yesterday. If you want, you can go. I won't click it up here in the box because I'm not good at that either. You can just go find it. So yeah, they used to be white with a raise. I guess, I don't know, when did they change this? Was this new for 2025, these boxes? I heard people talking about make sure your AD's not giving you the old box, they're screwing you or whatever, I don't know. But now it's green. This looks a little sharper to me. I thought the older one was a little wavy. I'm not 100% sure. You know, on the bottom, it's funny. It talks about all this. On the bottom of this case, it talks about eco-friendly wood and cardboard and here, let's turn around. There's nothing in here. Made from sustainable plywood and recycled cardboard covered with recycled leather. You know, that's hilarious. Honestly, this is cool. I do like this. But the Omega box, is just such a more impressive looking. But, just a pillow. Here's my hang tags and extra link down there. Back here, just manual, warranty card, all that. I mean, it's just a box. And it's funny, as I'm talking about boxes on my Omega, my Tudor, and my Panerai, those boxes just sat. Like, do you display them? I don't know. How would you? My plan was like, I got a shelf in here. I'm like, ooh, would you display? You're displaying a box. So at the end of the day, this box is just probably going to sit in safe unless I decide to do something else with it. So is it really that important? Probably not. Now for the watch. You get a better look. Sorry, like I said, I just kind of showed those two quick pictures from the AD. The AD experience, I really like my sales associate. Dealt with her last year, and I'm pretty sure she's the one I talked to all those years ago. She's worked there for a while, when I was trying to, when I called up when I thought I could just go buy one before I knew about all this, the scarcity. And they've got, I don't want to mention their name. It was a little disappointing, right? I talked to Justin afterwards, and they've got this brand new, amazing building for this store, and they've got this brand new. They've even changed it from last year when I was there. It's a brand new building, and maybe they're planning it out, but now they've got this giant Rolex area, with 3 display cases that are kind of like in a U, and then the salesman sits in the middle, and watches in cases on the wall, and then you could see 2 doors, that were kind of glazed over, but you can still kind of see in there the room, right? That you see if you watch any of these unboxings. Like I talked about, I wanted the whole experience. I didn't get to go in the room. It's not a big deal, but at the end of the day, you were like, wait, what? Who's that for? Is it for, would you buy a certain Rolex to get? I don't know. We just did it at the table with other kind of customers milling around, but I didn't care because I was so excited. But it's still kind of a bummer at the end of the day. You're like, wait, did I get gypped on the whole experience? But anyway, here's a better look at the lighting's not good. There's probably fingerprints all over this thing. And it's funny how, you see people like they, this crap's all probably made wherever, the people get like a case or a pen or I just want, the watch. But, they have to take stickers off. They have to take, they're wearing their gloves and they have to take all the stickers off. And then all the stickers have to get put on they put all the stickers on this thing and then they have to take a picture and then they send that to roll. It's just kind of funny, the whole process. But here it is. Here's the watch. It's sleek. It is a lot slimmer than the Omega Seamaster and the Tudor Pelagos. Obviously, the Pelagos much thicker because it was 500 meters. This is a 300 meter watch. But even a 300 meter watch, this is still. I mean, Rolex has managed to, and I've had my hands on these. I've been in stores. Like I said, the first time I actually touched one was back in like 2002. And then, then the first two times I was in the AD, they didn't have any. Last time I was there, they finally had. So that's when I finally got to touch the new reference. I've touched older ones. There was a jewelry store, another story, in Lincoln. They're not an authorized dealer, but they would have used ones, and their prices were always crazy. That's why I always held out from my allocation from the AD. It was just seemed silly. They had I told Justin, I still remember, like after I put my, before I put my name in, after I put my name in all those years ago, it was that winter. They had a 1984-85 Rolex Sub that they wanted, and of course this was during pandemic pricing, but they wanted 12 something for that, and I offered them like 5, and they were like, no. But the lume was dead, it was. But I liked the aluminum bezel. I really like the ceramic. There's some guys are aluminum bezel guys, some guys are the ceramic bezel guys. I like the new case. It's slimmed down from the Maxi case a little bit. Like, I couldn't tell in pictures really. I thought I prefer the Maxi case. I do like this in person. I was able to see just a couple months ago. They've got more. It was funny, I walked into this other jewelry store. Every time I'm in Lincoln, I kind of go in just to see what they have and then ask them. And they had one of the Maxi case ones, and they wanted like $20,000 for it. And I just kind of laughed. I'm like, I'll just keep waiting. It is sleek and it wears well, like everybody says. The bracelet is amazing. The clasp that everybody talks about, it's easy to use. I really like it. I adjusted it 3 times yesterday. I don't know. The lume's great. I don't know what to say. I'm just kind of showing you watch. Oh, the bezel. Like everybody says. Sorry, like the lighting, again, is horrible, and I'm sorry, guys. But listen, can you hear? It's everybody, like every video talks about the bezel, and until you finally, when you're you mess with it and you don't really kind of pay attention. You're just kind of like, I remember last year when I was in there and I was just kind of oohing and awing and wishing and hoping. Yeah, you touch it and you're like, yeah, it's nice, but wow, it goes around in circles. It's a bezel. But then when you really finally spend some time with it and you feel the clicks and you feel and you hear it's very nice. It's much more easier to use. Again, no hate on the Seamaster. I love the Seamaster. But that bezel was with the scallops. I love it because it's distinct looking, but it was harder to use than this. It was just, at least for me. So here you go. All right, that's all. This didn't get, like I said, if you want to hear the story, go watch the video from yesterday. But here's just another look at, a better look at the watch and the box and all the crap you get. So, in my experience with the AD. But it's finally here in bad lighting. 4-year wait almost, so 3 years, 9 months. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later.